All right. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. My name is Steve Allegrezza. I'm the Executive Director of IHFRA. I want to first and foremost thank you for spending some time with us today. Today's webinar is focused on really how to maximize your travel savings and take full advantage of the partnership that we have between IHFRA and Engine, which is our primary travel benefit provider. So just a few housekeeping notes before we get started. We are recording today's webinar. If you have any questions throughout the presentation, you can drop them in the chat and Madison will be able to address them as they come in. And really, we hope that you'll find this to be beneficial. We are going to send out a recording of this afterwards, as well as an invitation link to the Engine platform. That'll be coming to you Friday morning in case anyone hasn't already signed up for it and would like to. And again, why are we doing this today? Of course, not only because travel is so important as reps, y'all are on the road all the time. It's part of the job. The cost of travel is rising, and it's adding up very quickly. And so we thought this was a important topic and timely with, of course, pre-market next week and market right around the corner. And really to just educate everyone about the partnership that we have with Engine, because our members can book hotels, flights, and cars all under one place. The average savings is about 26% on hotels. What we really love about this platform is not only is it really simple and easy to use, you get 24/7 like actual human support. Madison will tell you here that they actually maintain direct relationships with all these hotels and hotel chains. So it's not like, heaven forbid, there's an issue with your provider or the booking. It's not like you're having to call a call center and then get routed to a third party and then another third party. It's a direct relationship. And then there are some big perks involved as far as platinum status for our members, where they're going to get a discount or a refund back in Engine rewards on every single trip that you book through the platform. So with that, I'm actually very excited to introduce Madison Wachter, who's the partner manager at Engine. So Madison, thank you for joining us today and explaining everything that you're going to be doing, and I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Hello, everyone. My name is Madison. I've been with Engine a little over 2 years, and I've been partnered with IHFRA for almost 6 months. So it's been a great relationship so far, and I'm excited to kind of walk you guys through who Engine is, how you guys can really maximize your benefit. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and get started. And also, if anyone has questions, I am sharing my screen, so I won't be able to see the chat. So just hit that mute button, unmute yourself, and shout it out. All right, like I said, my name is Madison. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background of why I have been with Engine for the last 2 years. 2 years is a pretty long time to stay with a tech company. But my dad is pretty similar to you guys, travels really nonstop. He's been in cargo securement all my life, so he is really on an airplane almost every day, if not every other day. And when I interviewed with Engine, just hearing the value proposition and how we partner directly with our suppliers like hotels, airlines, and rental cars, it instantly made sense to me. We also have a lot of features that are geared specifically towards business travel. Those features include our direct billing option, the ability to cost code any of your travel arrangements. So by the time your accounts payable team gets it, everything is itemized and organized. We also have a lot of flexible modification options. So if you're booking a trip and you're not entirely sure if you're going to make it or if those dates are going to be accurate down the line, we have a lot of resources and tools available in our platform to make business travel a bit less of a headache, because I know it's definitely not the same as when you're booking something for fun. So we are the modern travel platform built for business travel. A bit different than the Expedias of the world, we operate with a closed user group. This is why when you guys sign up, we require that you use a business email so that we can verify the domain of your email, make sure that you have an active working website. That way, not any Joe Schmo can just hop on our platform and use the incredible rates that we negotiate on a regular basis with our suppliers. It is business travelers. That way, we know that we are giving our hoteliers the best clients and we are giving you guys the best rates.
Yeah. And Madison, if I can just jump in real quick and say, we certainly, Madison and I have talked pretty extensively about this with some of our members not necessarily being able to sign up with our IHFRA landing page and link, and that is because of just that reason, right? It's because it may not. So many of us as independent sales reps may be using a Gmail account, maybe using our own personal domain email address, and so sometimes it can get a little hung up there. But that's why we're going to be working together to essentially sort of help with that enrollment process to make sure that all of you are kind of in the IHFRA ecosystem to get everyone registered if you haven't already been able to do it.
And if you only have a personal email, send me a note after this and I can basically invite you from the inside of our platform. So rather than going through an acceptance process, I will just invite you internally. So send me a note if that is a problem for you, if you do not have a business email. But what we're going to cover today is the basics. We're just going to go over how to create an account using that IHFRA link, because that IHFRA link is going to get you even more benefit than what our average users get. We'll go over how to book a flight rental car and hotel. Not all three, I'll just show you the basics. And then we'll show you how to maximize your rewards. Before I get into the platform, these are some numbers that are just high level, good for you guys to know. We have about 800,000 hotel properties on our platform. That's internationally. So if you're going outside of the US, we have plenty of inventory available. We have relationships with 250 airlines, 40 rental car companies. And as an IHFRA member, you're going to get 4% of engine rewards. So everything you spend, 4% comes back as a reward for you. That's a travel credit that you can use for future bookings, whether it's a hotel, a rental car, or a flight. You'll also get 2 times the loyalty because I'll show you where you can add all of your loyalty information, whether I'm Hyatt United. I'm sure you guys being on the East Coast are more Delta Marriott people, but we can argue about all of that later. And then you'll also get 24/7 US based support. So all of our support team is here in the US. So how can we book smarter and spend less? I am actually going to change screens here. This is your guys's link. This is how you'll create your account, but I am going to jump into this link because this is where my demo account lives. Is everyone still seeing this? Perfect. So the first thing I'm going to cover is how to make your own personal account. So if you're using a business email to create your account, you will have the option to hit your name up in the top right. And then you can actually hit this that says switch to personal. This is going to prompt you to use a personal email to create your own account. The reason we have this is so if you are with a larger company and they have travel policies they set up for you, or they want to be able to view any of your receipts for work trips so that you don't have to go through expensing process. Having your separate personal account gives you complete privacy and access to the same negotiated rates, but a private platform where your company cannot see any of the booking activity that you have. So that's where you'll go to create a personal account. And then I'll also go to show you where you can add all of your own loyalty information. So coming into your platform, I'll go to my settings and immediately I've got all my basic information, travel details, and then this is where the fun part is. So hotel loyalty, this is just a demo account. So if this was my real account, you would see my Marriott and my Hyatt. For this one, I just have my Hello Rewards. You can also add your frequent flyer number. I definitely recommend this so that every time you make a flight booking, you already have your TSA pre, your clear, your diamond status wherever you are. And then same for car rentals. You can add any loyalty program that you have. So we have just about every single program available. If there is a loyalty program that you're part of, in some way, somehow, you don't see it listed here, you let us know and we'll make sure to get it added. But as you can see, we have got just about every loyalty program under the sun. Any questions on loyalty? Perfect. And then this is also
Hey,
where you'll see.
Madison,
Mhm.
is anybody else having a problem hearing you? You're like every other word's garbled on my end.
It was okay for me. So it may be a poor connection
Yeah,
on your
maybe.
side. I'm not sure.
I've got off and got back on and it still didn't do it, but okay.
Okay.
So how
Yeah,
do I
we're
get,
gonna have it recorded for you.
I tried typing in Madison, I tried typing in members.engine.com and I got somebody trying to sell me a professional email. I didn't get the screen you had.
No, this
So, and then,
members.engine.com is to access my demo account. So I would recommend
I
using
got you.
the IHFRA link. So I can pull that back up.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, pull
this
that.
Yep.
https:// engine.com/partner/IHFRA.
And I've got it dropped in the chat as well.
Okay, great. Thanks. I
Yeah.
couldn't hear that because it was garbled, like I said. So maybe it was me. I got you good now, though. Thanks.
Perfect.
Good deal.
Awesome. And did you catch everything about the loyalty programs? You just come into your profile, go to my settings, and this is where all the good stuff is.
Yeah, I could kind of see what you're doing. I just couldn't hear it.
Good deal. And then you can always find your points right up in that top right corner. This is where you'll accumulate your engine points. You guys will also be platinum members. Platinum is our highest level of reward. So it starts at 1% rewards, it caps out at 4. So you guys are all the way at the top. You'll receive 4% in engine rewards on all of your bookings. So what that will look like is where's your guys' conference? Where's High Point?
In
Yep.
Charlotte
High Point,
area,
North
Wilmington
Carolina.
area. Is it High Point or Low Point?
In a minute. All right, I'll just pick a few nights here. If you are ever booking for more than one person, you can always adjust it here. So if you want a room for each of you, 1 or 2 rooms, 2 adults.
Hey, Madison, try the date of October 20th through 22nd. So we got a show on so we can see. That'd be more relevant than nobody goes to High Point unless there's a show
Yeah.
So,
or business. They might have some other business, but typically.
Yeah. You will see a spike in the rate for sure.
all right.
And I'll ask one more dumb question. I used to be an IHFRA and I did it all on IHFRA and I have like 300,000 points, Steve. Are those still around somewhere? Because I can't access that anymore.
You said you were a member of
I've always
the
been a member, but I've been
yeah.
using I used to use your site for travel from like 2017 to 2020. And then it changed format somehow and I couldn't access it. So I just went back to Priceline just to do
Okay.
it. I got a bunch of points on there I'd like to glean, and maybe I'll come by during the show or something and see you at the office.
Yeah. We can dig into it and try to figure it out. Or
Okay,
if you're
cool.
going to be in for pre-market, we can take a look too.
Yeah, I will for like 4 days, so I'll come see you.
I'll be here.
All right, man. Thanks.
Of course.
If you need any help getting logged in, just let me know. But this map to the right is pulled directly from Google Maps. So you can zoom in, zoom out, you can move yourself around. So I'm just zooming all the way in on High Point. Looks like there's one hotel right in the city center and a few scattered outside. Now you'll see this purple icon. This just means this is where rewards are redeemable. So you'll see on each property the purple icon will tell you which property's loyalty program you can use. So this is a Choice property. This is Wyndham Choice Choice. You can also use our lowest rate guaranteed. And then you'll also see all of our discounts right here off to the side. So the crossed out number is the lowest public rate. So that's typically going to be whatever we find on Expedia, Priceline, hotels.com, whatever. And then this is our rate. So for this particular property, we're getting you 31% off of the public rate. We're going to save you $38 a night. I'm just going to click into this hotel that is as close to the city center as possible. Looks like a cute boutique. I'm sure you guys are familiar. And as we click into this hotel, you can read about everything that has to do here. So all of our reviews, we aggregate from multiple sites. We pull them from the hotel's website itself and all of the hotel booking sites like Expedia, Priceline, etc. So you're going to get the biggest comprehensive view of what people's experience here has been. Overall, it's a 4-star hotel. All of the amenities you can go through. You can click into view all if you would like. And then down here are your booking options. This hotel has not a lot of options. Most chain hotels will have non-refundable hotel options as well as refundable room rates. Typically, the refundable rates are going to be a bit higher because they're factoring in the insecurity that you might cancel and have to be refunded. But for this property, don't have a lot of options. Looks like a small boutique hotel. So you would go ahead and click reserve. And then I selected 2 guests. So this is for 2 separate rooms. I'll put myself in one room and I'll put my dog Finbob in another room. And if I wanted to use some rewards, I absolutely could. It would cut my price basically in half. So I would just click here to use my rewards. If you guys had any travel credits, you would click here to add it. And then this trip information, this is customizable. If you work for a larger company and you want to change this to say store code, project name, really anything you'd like. If you have a certain client you're working with and you want to reconcile all of your stays back to them, it can be client name. And then that way this information shows up on every single folio. But that's really the long and short of it. All I would have to do from here is press book. It's gonna go through the process of connecting with the hotel and boom, I'm booked. From here, it can see that I'm going somewhere that I do not live. So if you need a car, you can hit this book a car button and it's going to pull the exact dates and location of where this hotel was to find me the best option. So picking up at the atrium, dropping off at the atrium, these are both changeable. So if you need to drop off in another city, just change it out there. And then same process goes through here. Any questions on the booking process or Engine's platform?
Madison, just one comment. It's not so much a question, but I know I've asked you the question before, and I learned. So while it is a very user-friendly, convenient platform, the one thing that I did find out is you can't like bundle everything together, maybe like with like a price line or some of these other ones, but I think that has to do with the direct relationships that y'all have. It's not like a third party that can just say, okay, I've got these 3 reservations, I'm bundling them together and push it all out. So if you, just as a side note, you do have to book each piece separately, and that's really like the full disclosure, the biggest, I guess, hurdle that I had to overcome was just learning to make sure I do it all separately. But the savings have always been worth it for me and for our team here in the office.
Yeah, and you nailed it on the head. We can't check you out all in one checkout system because we are negotiating directly with each property. So you are having that money go straight back towards the property. So when you reserve that hotel has been paid. When you reserve the car, that car rental desk has already been paid. So there's really no way for us to do it all in one checkout process, but we do try to make it as seamless as possible. So once you tell us the dates and the location of where you're going, we'll ask you if you need a flight, we'll ask you if you need a rental car, and if those are applicable, we make the process there pretty seamless. But that was just about all I had for you guys. Just wanted to go through one last slide that I find pretty crucial, and that is our support slide. So if you guys need any help either making your profile or you need help with your first booking, you've got a lot of options of support here. I am always available to you. Oops. My email is right down here at the bottom. And then we also have our member support team. They're available 24/7, 365. You can email them, you can chat with them, or you can call them. So lots of options for you guys if you need any help, but any concerns about creating your account or questions?
Madison, one thing I would call out, it's not so much, again, not a question, but just we all know that the high point can be a burden and can be a real challenge, especially with travel. And I know so many of y'all have to be there for 7, 10, sometimes longer days. One like shout out that I would give, we had a rep in the Pacific Northwest, a new IHFRA member this year, but not only did it like cover his cost of membership, but I want to say he got a room for a week in Archdale. So you guys, as you guys know, it's not maybe what 10, 15 minutes away from Market, but uh, one room, 7 nights, $645. So for Market, and that was Monday, October 20th through Monday, October 27th. And now, granted, he booked that. I don't know how long. That was back August 5th, maybe. But definitely get in there and take a peek. Look in and around High Point. I think there's some real savings to be had there. And just as a personal note, one thing, you guys know we have a ton of travel perks and benefits, but one that I found substantial was I had to rent a car not too terribly long ago, and the rental discount was better than a lot of the other providers that even we have. So comparing them apple to apple, this has really been a big benefit and perk for us to use internally. And those engine rewards, how long do they take to hit your account, Madison? If I could ask that, like after the booking.
They hit your account once the booking's been complete. So once the stay is complete, when the last checkout date is completed, those points are loaded in and you're available to use them. And I believe they expire in a year past your last booking. So if you stopped using Engine, those points would be available for you to use up to a year.
Okay. Yeah. And another thing to clarify, just you guys, some of you on the call and maybe some that are watching this later, IHFRA, we've had this relationship intact for a little while. Engine was once Hotel Engine. So some of you may already be taking advantage of this platform just using a different account, but this is it's all the same thing. In fact, I think it's gotten better this year because now there are rental cars and flights included in the platform. When we initially rolled it out a few years ago, it was hotels only.
Yeah, you guys also get that 4% in Engine rewards now, which was never available before. And you're one of my legacy partners, actually, so I'm not allowed to offer 4% to anyone anymore. So don't let the secret out.
We'll do our best. Okay. Well, any other questions from anyone that's on?
How do I access the platform again? That was that first link you put up there that I got. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can walk you through the process of what it's going to look like. We do have to keep the platform secure since We would have all of your information, such as where you're going, your credit cards, all of that. So there's a two-factor authentication process. So
Sure.
signing up does take a bit. So you'll enter your email into the field. I'll go back to that slide. You'll enter your email into this opening, and I can pull this up so you can see what it looks like. So you would put your email here. You would then get an email from us from no reply at engine.com. That's confirming that you have a business email. We checked it. You're all good to go. You'll then click that link, and then it's going to ask you to enter your phone number. This is the two-factor authentication. So this is how we make sure that your information never gets leaked. You'll enter your phone number. We will send you a 6-digit code. I'm sure your bank does a very similar thing for you. You'll enter the code and then you're in. And then typically, I don't have to two-factor authentication sign into my platform. Every once in a while, I typically make all my bookings on my phone. And you can do the same. You can download our mobile app. It's just Engine in the App Store. But typically, you don't have to re-sign in. It's similar to most of your other platforms where every once in a while it wants you to do that two-factor authentication just to make sure.
Okay, cool. Steve, can you put that link up again? I saw it up there for a minute and I was listening and then it disappeared.
Yep, I just dropped it in chat again. And again, what we are doing, because so many of us are using, Gmail or Yahoo or whatever, it's those personal accounts or your own individual business accounts, where essentially anyone who's on the call, I'm going to try to work with Madison to sort of get this first step done, because it can take up to 24 hours, I think. So we're going to get you through that process. So that way the link to click into to put that phone number in, that link from the no reply at engine.com, that should come to everybody. I think we said, Madison, we said Friday morning.
Yep.
Around 8 o'clock at the latest. So you can absolutely click on the link, start it, and put your email in, and you may just go right through. But worst case scenario, Friday morning when we send out the recording, you should get a separate email from the no reply at Engine. Okay, any other questions?
Good deal, gentlemen. Well, I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you for giving me 30 minutes on a Wednesday morning, and I look forward to possibly seeing you guys at High Market, and keep an eye out for that email from no reply at Engine Friday morning.
Fantastic. Madison, thank you again for your time today. And like, as she said, thanks everyone for making some time for us this morning. I really hope everyone can take advantage of this benefit. It has saved me some money personally, and a ton of our members some money personally, or professionally. So I know it'll be a great value for y'all as well. And we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much for joining today. And that is all we have.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.
Thank you.